Hi, welcome. I am so excited to share these nuggets with you, teaching you how to profile your purpose so that you are relevant in society and so that you serve it in a more packaged way so that we can say, okay, this is what you're about. And then we can merge your purpose and you as a brand. Trust me, this is an exciting journey that we are about to go on, and there is so much light at the end of the tunnel. I am super excited for you and the clarity that you're going to be gaining on this journey. Now let's get on to it. There are 3 R's to moving from relaxation to relevance. Number 1 is recognize. From relaxation to relevance, you have to, 1, recognize your zone of genius, and this your zone of genius, and this is your unique gifts, your abilities, your talents, your graces, those things that you do effortlessly, those things that come so naturally to you, you almost overlook them. That is your zone of genius. Those are the things that you do so well, so perfectly. You need to start paying attention to those things. What are the things that interest you? Identify the things that interest you, the things that you're passionate about. Let me tell you something. The things that interest you are not random. They are actually tied to your unique purpose. They are pointers. They are a compass. Your heart is showing you, okay, this is it, this is what you should be paying attention to. You need to pay attention to the things that tug at your heart, right? That interest you, that excite you, and that also anger you, that you think shouldn't be this way. Now, the reason you think that they shouldn't be this way is because God has planted a picture of how they actually should be in you, and equally equipped you with the ability to bring to manifestation the actual and ideal way that situation should be. So another thing you must know is that not everybody sees it that way, and the reason you see it that way and even identify that is a problem is because you have the solution to it. It's because you carry the solution to that problem, and that's why you see that no, it's not right. No other person will see it that way but you. So you need to begin to recognize the unique giftings, the talents, the abilities that you carry, right? That is recognition. I'll give you a very, very clear analogy on this, right? It's, let's say there is, I'll use the knife, fork, and spoon principle. Shout out to my coach who use this principle to explain purpose, right? So there's the fork, there's the spoon, and there's the knife. Now the knife cuts so beautifully well, the spoon does, his thing, the fork does their thing, and so they're in a conversation, and the knife is like, wow, you guys have found your purpose. I haven't found my purpose. I'm still looking for my purpose. The fork is like, well, don't worry, just keep doing what you're doing, you'll find your purpose. And knife is like, yes, so let me just go back to cutting meat, which I do so well. Hopefully, sometime later I'll find my purpose. So he goes and he's cutting the meat, and he's cutting it so well. In fact, the spoon and the knife are also saying, you cut so beautifully. The spoon and the fork, oh, you cut so beautifully. Can you help me cut this? And the knife cuts it and cuts it so nice. And he's still saying, I wish I can find my purpose. I wish I can find my purpose. I don't know what my purpose is. And he's cutting the meat so nicely. The fork is bringing the fruits to him and saying, oh, you cut so nicely, help me cut this, you're so good at that, you cut so well. So I just do it, it just comes naturally to me. I just cut so nicely. I just know, once I look at a thing, I just know how to cut it. I just know how to position and cut it. You're like, wow, but hopefully, and you say, the only thing is I just need to find my purpose, right? So you're getting the gist, right? So let's say the knife gets a course like this, and is told that, see, that thing that you're doing so well is unique to you. People are looking for people that can do this thing so well. And knife is like, really? I say, yeah. You can actually package your cutting ability into a product to serve people who need it. And life is like, oh really? No wonder they've been telling me to help them cut their fruits, right? And life is getting, beginning to understand it. So what happens, right? Now the knife knows that this ability that I have, not everyone has it. It's actually unique and it's here to serve a particular purpose. So what does it do? Next time, knife now understands what his ability is, and he now decides, okay, this is who I am. So he comes up and he says, have you ever had vegetables or fruits and you wanted to eat them, but you couldn't just eat them whole? You needed to cut them in bits. Hi, my name is Knife, and that is what I do. I cut. And then Fuck is like, what? And Spoon is like, oh my god. I said, yes. And I cut for $100. Like, So you're now charging for this simple thing that you do? Yes, you're charging because you have found that it is a purpose, it is a skill, an ability, a gifting that is unique to you. So what is that thing that is unique to you? What is that thing that you do so effortlessly? What do you love to do? What is it that people come to you and ask you questions about? What is it that people compliment you about, that you do so well, people compliment you about it? You need to start to identify it and pay attention to it. It is unique to you. Not everybody does it like you. Not everybody sees it like you. It's time for you to stop thinking that is random and actually start paying attention to it. That is the recognize. You start to recognize, you start to identify, and you start to pay attention to it. Another thing in the recognize zone is, what pain have you experienced that you overcame? What pain what challenge did you rise from, did you rise through? What experience did you have that should have put you down, but it did not? You came out of it triumphantly. You experienced it and you came out of it excellently. What is that change? What was that pain? Guess what? That pain did not come to break you. It came to show you how to triumph over it so that you can teach others how to do it. There is purpose in the pain. God does not give you, God does not take you through a situation because he feels like it, or he's trying to do test and run, or he's testing the microphone. No, he's equipping you to help others. He's equipping you to teach others. He's equipping you to show others. So, in your journey in life, you must identify the pain that you have overcome, the pain that you have risen from, the pain that you have triumphed over. There is purpose in the pain. Start to recognize that pain and start to ask yourself, what lessons did I learn from that experience? What 5 things did I learn from that experience? What did this experience teach me? What did I get out of it? What have I learned out of it? How has it shaped my worldview? Those are things you should pay attention to, that you can teach and transfer knowledge to others and make a living out of it, create influence out of doing that, make impact out of doing that, and create affluence. That is one way to position, telling your story, turning your mess into a message and reaching out to people who are in the same place and showing them how you went through it and came out of it and how they can do too. That is value that you're adding, and that is something you need to pay attention to. So what pain, right? In the recognized zone, you're thinking, if money and time were not an issue, what would I do? Right? If, let's say, I had all the money in the world, I had all the time in the world, and I had all the courage in the world, I was not afraid of anything. What is that one thing I would do? Pay attention to that. There is purpose in it, and pay attention to it, and then discard all of the fear, all of the excuses that you're giving yourself, and go after it. Also ask yourself, on the last day when I die, when people are surrounding my grave, what do I want them to be saying about me? What do I want them to say that I was? Who do I want them to say that I was? What do I want them to say that I did? What would I want to be associated with when I am dead? What will I want people to remember me for? What is the one legacy I want to leave? What is the one thing I want people to say that, oh, she was good in this, she did this, she made this impact, she made this difference? Whatever comes to your mind when you ask yourself this question, write it down, and dear brother, dear sister, start going after it. Yes, because the reason you desire it is because it is yours. It is the niche you're supposed to play in. It is the zone you're supposed to operate in. It is the creative purpose that you are on earth for. And that is why you are seeing it and desiring it. I am not seeing it the way you're seeing it. I'm not desiring it the way you're desiring it, because it is not mine. It is not my zone. And I don't have any ability or gifting in me to fulfill it. So pursue that particular thing that interests you, that you desire, and that you want to be known for when you are gone. Just picture it. You're in the, they've put the coffin in the grave. It's real. They put the coffin in the grave. People are around you. What do you want them to be saying? Who do you want your family members to say that you were to them? Who do you want society to say that you were to them? What contribution do you want people to say that you made to humanity? What one difference do you want people to associate you with? Go after it.